Get ready to gear up. We're taking you inside high school sports, your home teams, your rivals. Taking you inside high school football like no one else. Inside all the action. Inside the excitement. Inside all the games that count. This is Whataburger's Inside High School Sports. Welcome to Whataburger's Inside High School Sports. I am your host, Pat Doney. Non-district football games are on the schedule so that coaches can learn about their teams before district play starts. Getting tested is the goal, and that's exactly why South Oak Cliff and Duncanville faced off in our Whataburger Game of the Week. Two state powers separated by less than 10 miles. South Oak Cliff making the short bus ride to Duncanville. Early on, Sock had a hard time containing Maximus the Great Denson, who gets loose here on the quarterback draw. 33 yards down to the 18. A couple of plays later, Denson swings it to Zach Turner, who picks up a nice block and takes it in for the 7-0 lead. Sock has a quick answer, though. Levon Morton on the punt return. Makes the first two guys miss here, gets a couple of blocks downfield, then check this out. The nice spin move to avoid a tackler, and he takes it 78 yards to the house. Just like that, the Golden Bears are back to within 2 points. Then Denson goes back to work. Final play of the first quarter. Makes Sock pay. Hits Trenton Yancey on the bubble screen, and Yancey does all the rest. 64-yard pitch and catch. The Panthers up 22-7 after one. Duncanville's first drive of the second. They cash in again. Benson, the pretty ball here to Emmanuel Ellison. That's going to up the lead to 22 points. Sock doesn't go away, though. Jaden Williams, the slant to Torrin Teague. The catch, and then watch him leap over a defender before being taken down at the 1. And that led to Morton's second score of the half. Sock made it a game, but Duncanville holds on for the 35-28 win. Antonio Wiley and his Coppell Cowboys taking on Waxahachie Friday night, and this one started an hour and a half late due to lightning. But when it finally did start, Coppell's Carter Zingelman fires a dart to Jacob Anene, who takes it the rest of the way. Coppell's up 7-3. Now, there are three phases to the game, and Waxahachie had the third phase, special teams, rolling in the first half. Ensuing kickoff, Jordan Smith fields the ball at the 2, heads up the field, changes direction to the sidelines, and no one's going to catch him. 98 yards on the touchdown. The Indians would score on a punt return for a touchdown later, and they led 17-7. Late in the second now, Zingelman feels the pocket collapse, takes it to the house. A little extracurricular activity after the score as well. Gotta settle down here now, boys. This game would be called at halftime due to lightning, with Waxahachie leading 17-16. Before their game against Aledo, Lancaster honored Preston Malone, who passed away from a medical emergency last month. This game was a defensive slugfest in the first half. Aledo's Lamel Swanson made a great tackle here, then intercepted a pass a couple of plays later. Aledo's offense was stuck in the mud, too. Thanks to Lancaster's stingy defense, it was 0-0 late in the second quarter. Aledo starting quarterback Nash McElroy set out most of the first half, but came back in and connected with Martin Bain for the biggest offensive play of the game to that point. And those two guys connect again 3 plays later for a touchdown with just 10 seconds left, and Aledo up 8-0 at halftime. Late in the fourth now, fourth down for the Tigers. Aledo's defense does it again. Chase Wilborn makes the play, and Aledo escapes with an 18-0 win over Lancaster. North Crowley entering the season as the defending 6A state champions, taking on DeSoto, and it was DeSoto making plays early. First, the Eagles are going deep here, and wide receiver Antron Edmondson is ready for it, hauling in the long grab down to the 1-yard line. Big play for the Eagles, and then 2 plays later, it's DeSoto quarterback LaMarcus Summers on the keeper, in for the touchdown, and the Eagles are up 7-0. North Crowley responds with a long drive. It results in a powerful touchdown run by Keontae Ingram. We're tied at 7. But back come the Eagles. And it's LaMarcus Summers again. Another keeper. In for the touchdown. DeSoto led 21-14 at the half. But after a long lightning delay, North Crowley comes back to win 36-27 the final. After upsetting Highland Park last week, Rockwall Heath trying to keep it rolling against Prosper. The Hawks scored first on a short touchdown run by Carter Zom to give Heath a 7-3 lead in the first quarter. And that was their only lead of the game. Prosper's quarterback, Braden Imhoff, had a huge night, throwing for 403 yards, more than half of that going to Lathan Latchley. This one set up their first touchdown. It was 10-10 at halftime. After a defensive first half, Prosper scored just 47 seconds into the third quarter. Imhoff connects over the middle to Elliott Brown. It's a 70-yard touchdown, and the Eagles are up 17-10. Heath would tie the score at 17, but they could not stop Prosper and Latchley. He finished with 9 catches, 211 yards, and Prosper wins 45-27. Thursday night action in Louisville as the Fighting Farmers took on Trophy Club Byron Nelson. Bobcats down 9-0 when the Parker Almanza to Nolan Hawkins combination started clicking. Almanza steps up in the pocket, goes 58 yards to Hawkins, and that makes the deficit 9-7. Then on fourth down, late second, Almanza again steps up. And while being hit, finds a diving Hawkins for the score here. What a play. Byron Nelson's up 14-9 at the half. Second half now. Louisville's Trey Williams would heat up. 5-yard dart here to Landon Bogany. And the Farmers take a 17-14 lead. Then Williams with a short screen to Trajan Mueller, who makes one move and then kicks it into overdrive. This is a 53-yard touchdown. Williams had 299 yards and 5 touchdown passes. Louisville wins 38-21. A nice matchup of unbeaten 5A teams. North versus South. Denton Ryan and Mansfield Timberview. The Wolves trailed 3-0 when Miles Davis hits Kobe Gooden, and he's going to bounce off a defender and score. Timberview led 12-6 at the break, but just like last week, Denton Ryan makes a comeback in the second half. Rontavian Brown takes it straight up the gut, and the Raiders snag back a 13-12 lead. Early fourth quarter, defense comes up with a big play. Tavian Walker, watch the hit on Davis. Arrow West scoops, and he scores, and the lead is up to 8. Timberview had a couple of chances to tie it late, but they could not convert on this one, and Denton Ryan escapes with a 20-12 road win. Over at Prosper, the Eagles have 3 Division I offensive linemen protecting their quarterback. And one of those big men is joining us today as Bryce Gilmore is this week's Parker University MVP. At Prosper, the offensive line is chocked full of D1 talent. But Bryce Gilmore somehow still stands out. The gigantic offensive tackle seems to get bigger as the days go on, but he was last listed at 6'5" and 300 pounds. The very definition of an immovable object, Bryce has good movement and excellent footwork with the size and ability to play anywhere on the offensive line successfully. The big man is headed to Arkansas for his college football. He is moving people on the field, and now Bryce joins me in studio with his new bobblehead, man.
Yes,
what do we think of the bobblehead here now?
Man, I love it. It's finally here.
The details are unbelievable, too. We've had some, not so great. This is the best one we've had in a while. I love it, man. It is so well-deserved. I want to talk about you and your teammates on the field because the Prosper offensive line is unbelievable. Seeing the 3 Division I prospects there, what's that been like for you, having 2 teammates that are right there with you as big-time college football players?
Yes, sir. I mean, what it's been like is it's actually amazing because our coach, Coach Thompson, he's taught us to always be humble about it, and we've never flexed our offers, we've never compared them, we've always just been bouncing ideas off of each other, helping each other technique-wise, and just always being prepared. We never really talked about the college part of our life unless we were preparing for it and just knowing what our mind was on.
I'm sure you all are pushing each other as well, and that's a huge part of it. And you also, I'm sure, are being pushed by your dad. Bryce's dad played 8 years in the NFL.
Yes,
What's that been like for you, getting a chance to learn from Pops about what it takes to play at the highest level?
I'm really thankful to have him because he's taught me a lot of things growing up, in the NFL. It's a business now, and he's taught me what I have to do in order to, just be better because – he was a wide receiver, but he knows that your stance and your start is what will get you through in life and in the offensive line, too, because if your first 2 steps aren't there and you're not on that guy, then it's just not going to be good. And
the lessons have worked because he's headed to Arkansas now. Man, you could have played college football a lot of different places. The Razorbacks, though, why was Woo Pig Suey Land the best decision for you to play college football?
Man, Coach Mateos and Coach Pittman got me hooked on them. I know right there, I was going to be taken care of there, and my game was going to elevate through Coach Mateos and Coach Pittman's and Coach Brown, their assistant offensive line coach, and then their strength coaches. I love them down there, and I know I'll be developed into what I can be and be a good key role player for them.
Before you get there, though, business to take care of at Prosper this year in your senior year.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about 6-6A, man. I mean, it is a tough district you're in.
Oh, yeah.
What's it feel like in that Prosper locker room right now, though? Where's the confidence level, and what are you guys loving about this team right now?
Our confidence level is definitely there, but we're definitely staying humble down there because, I mean, last year we lost to Westlake. This year we beat them, but that's because of what Coach Moore taught us, because we really had to put in the work and grind this offseason in spring ball. We all believed in it. We knew we could do it, but we had to be a second-half team in order to beat Westlake. And Allen, we lost to them in the second half as well. So those teams that we lost to, we really had to chip on their shoulder because we weren't a second-half team last year, and that's what we really worked on this offseason. And
now looking for revenge this year for sure. Bryce, cannot wait to see what you have in store this year and then down the road at Arkansas. Congratulations on the bobblehead, and thanks for being in studio with us. All right, up next we have more highlights, plus our inside story visits with the signal caller hoping to bring state championship number 10 to Salina. Stay with us.
Inside High School Sports is presented by Whataburger, just like you like it. Brought to you by Kubota, the #1 selling compact tractor in Texas. For details, visit gokubota.com. Kubota, because you can.
The Kubota Country Roads take us east to Van Zandt County, where the Canton Eagles hosted Waxahachie Life, and the Eagles used a good hard ground attack in this one. First quarter, check out Kason Kewen lowering the boom at the goal line to get in for a touchdown. It's 7-0 Canton. Eagles down at the goal line again, and this time Kewen uses his leg strength and help from his teammates to get in for another score. 14-0 at that point. Canton goes with a different running back in the second quarter. This is Conrad Bastian taking it to the left side for a score. Eagles up 26-0, and they keep pouring it on. Bastian following his blockers nicely for a 16-yard touchdown. Canton goes to 2-0 with a 52-7 victory. The Flower Mound Jaguars hit the road Friday night to Wiley to take on the Pirates, but a 2.5-hour lightning delay would see this game actually start at 9:30. It did not slow down the Jags. Barron Sampson, a beauty to Carter Massey for the quick strike. 59 yards on the touchdown to get things going. The Flower Mound defense would make a play here as they put pressure on the quarterback, force the errant throw, and that allows Christian Herniak to get the interception, and his Jags offense would score a few plays later. Then how about more long ball? Sampson throwing another dime, and it's all Massey. Watch him make the catch and then carry defenders all the way down to the 1-yard line where the Jags would cash it in for a score on the next play. And then it was that stingy Flower Mound defense sealing the deal. Jordan Olive in the backfield gets the sack. This game would get canceled in the third quarter due to weather, with the Jaguars up 34-14. Salina is looking to repeat as 4A Division I state champions this year. Our Kia Inside Story tells us that with an SEC quarterback behind center, the odds are in the Bobcats' favor. When Bill Elliott started his coaching career in Salina 33 years ago, the Bobcats were lucky to have 40 kids come out for football. Now in his 13th year as Salina's head coach, Elliott knows the growth in the area will move his Bobcats to 5A in the next realignment. And with that growth, the talent pool grows too, as the defending 4A Division I state champs have one of the best quarterbacks in the nation line up behind center each and every Friday night.
Such a smart kid. He understands the game so well. He studies it so much. There's no limit to what we can do. As
a junior last year, Bo Bentley took over as QB1, and there was never a doubt he was destined for that spot. 3,300 yards and 47 touchdowns through the air. 1,000 yards and 16 more scores on the ground. The electrifying dual-threat quarterback led the Bobcats to their 9th football state championship. The fire inside Bentley on the football field is contagious to the rest of his team. However, the fuel to that fire may have come during his sophomore year, when he was not named the starter.
I've always had that chip on my shoulder. Then not starting my sophomore year, that really built up a lot of anger. I mean, I'm doing it for my team, but personally, I knew I was the guy. And so just that off season, it built up a lot of anger to go out and just even work harder and prove to the whole community and everyone in the state that I was the guy.
Once he got the starting job, Bentley immediately earned the trust of his teammates with his hard-nosed style of running. A rarity at Salina, Bo was named a team leader as a junior, and he proved why on the gridiron.
The whole team rallies around him. The defense, when they see him making those big runs, those big hits, and taking people out and running into the end zone, man, it fires them up because they know he's being physical. So that's just a tone it sets for our entire team.
Obviously, it scares Coach Elliott some when I put my head down and run because sometimes I don't like to just slide. I really try to stand out, and I'm not scared to use my body. So when I see the opportunity and I'm close to the goal, I'm not letting anyone stop me or trying to get that first down, give me the ball, and I will go get it.
Bentley's physical style of play may scare his coaches from time to time, but his decision-making when a play breaks down definitely does not. Bo's ability to extend plays to get the most out of them is one of the main reasons the Bobcats' record was unblemished a year ago.
If I see a certain coverage and I know this play's not going to work, being able to move on from it and not forcing the ball and being decisive, making smart, fast decisions. And I think that's what I stand out as. I can go make those plays.
This summer, Bentley committed to the University of Oklahoma and followed that up with another confidence boost by competing well at the prestigious Elite 11 Showcase.
And I think the biggest thing was knowing that I'm at the top of those rankings against those kids and that I can compete against the #1 recruit in the nation. And knowing that that's my goal at the end of this year is to be the Gatorade Player of the Year, the #1 quarterback in the nation. I know that's possible because I went and saw it.
Yeah, he's got great talent. His legs are great, his arms great, his football IQ's off the chart. The best thing about Bo Bentley is the man he is.
Up next, we feature a lefty quarterback at Flower Mound Marcus that's following in his brother's footsteps.
The Inside Story is brought to you by your DFW area Kia dealers. Discover what happens when rugged capability meets true performance. Kia, movement that inspires.
Keeping up with all high school sports in North Texas. Inside all the games, inside all the plays, and inside all the action. Get your game on with Whataburger's Inside High School Sports. Sundays on NBC 5. Welcome back to Whataburger's Inside High School Sports. Former Marcus Marauders quarterback Garrett Nussmeier has LSU thinking national championship this year. But as our Kenny Matthews tells us in this week's Next Level, Garrett's younger brother is making some noise of his own.
Flower Mound Marcus has been blessed with the quarterback position over the last few years, with LSU star quarterback Garrett Nussmeier, and now his younger brother is at the helm, the 4-star quarterback Colton Nussmeier. The 6'3", 185-pounder is a gunslinging lefty with great football pedigree. He plays with huge swagger and confidence that he can make any throw from the pocket. His strong arm allows him to fit the ball in very tight pockets. As a sophomore last year, he threw for 1,939 yards and had 16 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions. He has almost flawless mechanics, which allows him to make the extremely difficult throws with his live arm. He's a very quick thinker, which allows him to manipulate defenses at a very quick rate. He grew up in a football household as his dad, a former NFL player and a former Dallas Cowboys assistant coach. He is currently the offensive coordinator of New Orleans Saints. Colton has over 20 scholarship offers, highlighted by the likes of SMU, TCU, Texas Tech, Florida, and Alabama. Colton should be viewed as one of the high-floor quarterback prospects in the class of 2027. The one thing you absolutely love about Colton's game is the swag he plays with. There's not a throw he does not think he can make. This is what sets him above the rest.
He's a good one. Thank you, Kenny. Time for one last time out. When we return, it's time for our plays of the week. Stay with us.
This fall, the music returns.
Just can't get enough. I just can't get enough.
One audition which changed my life, Kelly Clarkson.
I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough.
Those notes, though.
Kelly's all new this fall.
Sing it, girl.
You'll never get enough.
New season starts this fall on NBC 5.
When some Texas politicians said Trump's border wall made no sense, Wesley Hunt supported the border wall from day one. And just last month, Wesley Hunt voted with President Trump to hire 14,000 new border agents.
Of all the people in Congress, I think you're the one who is most always backing whatever Trump does.
Yes, sir. Call Wesley Hunt and thank him for voting with President Trump. 100% of the time, because Texans will never settle for less.
It's time. Time for the pro to have one partner. For every job. For the entire job. For dedicated support at the pro desk. On site. And everywhere in between. Get more than what's in our stores. One partner. Any job. All in.
Now's the time to get a great deal on the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. Professional grade mowers, durable sidekick utility vehicles, and versatile compact tractors. It's the equipment you need to take care of your land. Right now, get select L2502 series for as low as $21,999 or $325 per month.
Visit GoKubota.com today to find your local Kubota dealer.
Congratulations! You kept a plant alive another day. You deserve a refreshing reward. Introducing new Whatafreshers from Whataburger. You finally returned a text. Thumbs up emoji. You hung up a shirt. You changed a light bulb. You walked the dog around the whole block. Attaboy, it's treat time. The new prickly pear raspberry Whatafresher from Whataburger.
An icicle treat for every small feat. Whataburger.
Inside High School Sports is presented by Whataburger, your favorite burger when you want it. Whataburger is open 24/7, just like you like it.
That's it for this week's show. Thank you for watching Whataburger's Inside High School Sports. We leave you with our plays of the week.
Inside High School Sports is presented by Whataburger, just like you like it.
I'm Congressman Wesley